Networks are noisy, incredibly noisy. And without a tool to see all that noise, you wouldn't guess it, but it really is. And in this case, fortunately, we have a tool like Wireshark. Wireshark is a really powerful network protocol analyzer, and it allows us in cybersecurity and IT to capture and inspect network traffic in real time. And this allows us to identify potential security threats such as malicious activity or unauthorized data transfers, and we can do that by examining the packets exchanged between computers on a network. And this effectively enables network monitoring and investigation, all from this one tool. For example, if a cybersecurity analyst suspects something like a network intrusion, they can use Wireshark to capture and analyze the network packets to pinpoint the source of the attack and the data being compromised. So let's jump in and figure out how to use it. We can select it from our start menu, just search for Wireshark and then select it to start it up. And before we can look at anything, we need to start capturing some traffic. So what we see before us here is the capture interface section. And we can see right away that the Ethernet 3 interface is active and traffic is moving through it. So let's double click it. Okay, so that's a ton of activity, right, going on. And as you can see, we haven't even opened up our browser yet. This is just stuff going on in the background. That's pretty impressive. So let's go ahead and select the little red square at the top left now to actually stop capturing these packets. Okay, great. Let's review the interface a bit now. At the top, we have our menu bar, and this has a variety of options for us to look at. The menu bar comes preloaded with a lot of great features that we'll look at when we get to inspecting capture files called Pcaps, and more on that in a minute. And this section below is the toolbar, and this is where we have more frequently used options. Where we hit the stop button, we can capture traffic here as well too. So this bar underneath that I'm clicking on, this is the filter bar, and this is where all the magic really happens. This allows us to filter through the traffic with a variety of filters to sift and find exactly what we're looking for by protocol, and even by source and destination, like inside this list of IP options we can search for. Pretty cool. And then just below it is the packet list pane. And this is where we can see all the packets inside of the captured Pcap file, or if we're capturing it in real time. In the bottom left, we can find the packet details pane. And this pane in the bottom left is where we can drill down on a packet that we've selected above in the packet list. And it breaks down the packet into a hierarchical manner of the different layers of the network protocol stack for this specific packet. Just imagine it as a list going through the OSI model, but Wireshark also provides some of its own additional information that it can analyze inside of the Pcap and the individual packets, and also provide you that information to look at. And here in the bottom right is the packet bytes pane. Here we can see the raw, hexadecimal, and ASCII representation, if any, of the selected packet from its binary form. And as we select on the right hand side, we can see the changes of where it's listed inside of the packet details pane. Finally, at the bottom, we have the status bar, and we can double click some of the options over here to get an idea about general statistics of what is inside the Pcap. The bottom right has the profiles option, so once you can figure out a view that you like to look for specific protocols, maybe like SMB or HTTP, you can then save that as a specific view or a profile so that it will always pull in those customized columns and views and filters that you're looking for. Okay, cool. So let's actually save this captured network traffic. We can go to File over here at the top and hit Save. And we're going to save this as a Pcap. And we'll call it Test and put it on the desktop. And notice that while I'm calling it a Pcap for a packet capture file, Wireshark actually saves it as a Pcap NG. And that NG is for next generation. This adds a little bit more functionality like timestamps and annotations amongst other items. But we still just call them Pcaps, honestly just for ease of reference. And a Pcap, just to clarify, is just a stored capture of network packets in its raw form. Okay, cool. And last but not least, we can just go and take a look at our Pcap file we saved on the desktop now, right click it and look inside of the properties of it. And we can see right away that it's actually classified as a Wireshark capture file. And if we ever want to open up a Pcap as a file, we can just double click it and it'll bring it up inside of Wireshark. And that's it for the interface. We'll dive into some Pcap analysis now moving forward.